Fair warning. Good day, everybody. This is the Market Protocol Engineering Weekly Call. It's week 38, and thanks for joining us today. So in fine tradition, we have a theme, and today it's Fat Hat Day, or month, depending upon how you look at it. So that's the reason for the hat, and there's a little bit of the background on hats, and so if you have a great hat today, put it on, or put it on all week. Try something a little bit different, and maybe even throw a party around a hat theme. So, and if you guys have hats and want to show the hats off, you can put your hat on and turn on your video and then turn it back off again. I promise we won't keep you on for too long. So let's get through some introductions here and get on to the call. So let's start with Phil.
Hey guys, I'm Phil Sasser, CTO and co-founder of Market Protocol. Excited to be here today, and yeah, nothing really new for me.
Thanks, Phil. Travis. Let's move on. I think he's probably trying to prepare things for this call. When you pop back up, Travis, just do an introduction. Steven, why don't you do who you are and how you're connected to Market Protocol?
Hey, so yeah, I'm Steven. I'm connected to Market Protocol through bounty hunting, chasing the money.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for your contributions. It's you've done some great work for us, so we appreciate that.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Bass.
Hey guys, I'm Bass. I am with Market Protocol working on the business side of things and enjoy hopping on these calls and hearing what's going on the engineering team.
I thought for sure you'd have a hat with a peacock feather in it.
Well, I do have a hat in the other room I thought about grabbing, but didn't want to wake my wife up, so.
Okay.
We all need like
gotcha.
Orby hats.
Orby hats.
That'd be hysterical.
Eswar.
Hey everyone, I'm Nisha. I'm part of the core team. So been mostly working on the front-end technologies like the D app and the marketplace development.
Thanks, Eswar. Eswar is everywhere you need him. And that's a compliment, by the way. Nitin.
Hey guys, I'm Nitin. I am a product designer and a front-end developer at Market Protocol, and I've been working on the SIM exchange lately.
Great. Thanks, Nitin. We appreciate you being part of the call and for all your hard work. All right. This week, as I've got posted in the agenda, Phil, if you haven't posted that link, could you just put that out there? So we've been continuing this theme of working on our simulated exchange, and we got real close last release because we were on the boundary condition actually this week of moving from the September to the October release. And one of the big goals for September was to get our SIM exchange up and running. And Travis has a hat, just to point that out. And inside of that, you saw during the demos during that particular release cycle, which is just as a backdrop, I always like to just share with people our release cycle, just simply a 4-week time box. And we try to plan to release a specific amount of functionality inside of that time box. And so inside of that as well, if you've been attending these calls, you'll see that we have incremental releases to our projects. So you'll see that in just a few minutes here. So don't think that a release is some big bang that happens at the end of the 4-week time box. It's just simply a marker for us to time box some work that we feel we can look out far enough, but not too far where we're the unknown unknowns, as Travis says. We get too far out there and we have that. So we definitely want to stay away from that. So this week, we're finishing up some work that we had on the UI. And those of you that work on UI know that it can take a lot of time simply because of the fine tuning and the UI UX. You do something and you turn around and go, oh, wow, that didn't look exactly like I thought it would. Let me mock up something else and move forward. So we're in that cycle now with the SimX. Things are looking well. You will see a demo of some progress that we've made this week since last call and last demo. So I'm pretty excited to see that as well. We're also working on we're some, you know, as with every project, you build up some technical debt, and we're paying some of that down this week by doing some refactoring to streamline our testing in the D app. We're also building a collateral token faucet to make it really easy for those of you that want to trade to be able to hit a button and receive collateral, which will be really nice and mask a lot of the complexity. We're also working on some initial work for our error handling and standardization in Market.js. Phil and others now are continuing to work on our Chainlink integration. You saw a demo of that last week, or Phil talking about that, and we're really excited about integrating that into our D app. We're making the move to Web3 version 1, thankfully. As Stephen mentioned before the call started, it'll make our lives hopefully a lot easier, and hopefully there's some cost savings there as well. So we're excited about that. We're building out some order book functionality using our backend API, just some minor adjustments to our API structures, and going to bounty our API docs. It's a to-do item that I have for this week. And of course, there's always bugs and maintenance and support that happen as a result of working with a very active project as we have. Any questions about what's going on this week, or potentially the release that we released on Monday? Not really a release. Okay. If all of you want to see on the monthly release status, there is a link to our focus for October. And if you just take a quick look at that, you'll see that, again, continued the SimX UI work, our Market.js work, continued Chainlink, Web3, our API server listener work, the collateral. We are revamping our website, working on that now in the design for this particular iteration. And also we're looking at how we best pull off a hackathon or project research, or some, looking at interesting projects to integrate into Market Protocol. So, it's really common for development teams to take a little bit of time every now and then, right? Hopefully it's on a regular cadence to be able just to do some work that can enhance the project, sharpen skills, build the team, however that might work. So any ideas that you might have, always join us on Discord or Telegram. We'd be more than happy to hear what you have to say. And inside of this week so far, we've had a number of small incremental releases. In fact, I just saw 0.7.0 in Market.js come across the line. So I did not have a chance to put it in here, although please take a look out for that, just in case you're working on that project and you need that code. All right. Any questions? Great. Just want to open it up to everybody. If you're working on something that you feel the community needs to know about in the way of development or testing, or some sort of gotcha you've found in your development efforts, or just working with Market Protocol, please let us know. I'll pause for just a moment to allow anybody to chime in there. I'm going back to my smoothie. That's great. All is well in the world. I like this. This is a good thing. So just to give you a recap, we did have a little bit of a competition here. And to give you some background, Travis and Phil did a trade. It was about 3 weeks ago. Actually, it was 3 weeks ago. 3.5 weeks ago. And you'll see the stats in the issue. At the time, I thought Phil taking that short position was going to be a disaster, but I think he had some inside knowledge. Phil does come from a trading background, so I think he called his buddies in Chicago and got the line on Bitcoin, and so Phil is our winner. I wish actually Travis was our winner, but that's a whole different story.
Or time to accumulate.
Or time to accumulate. You got it. All right. So congratulations, Phil. You still got the trading mojo in you.
Yeah, we'll see how things turn out. We'll do another trade, Travis. We'll double down.
Yep. There we go. I know, by the way, it's like I wear white after Labor Day, so the straw hat I continue to wear after Labor Day. I'm not switching to the felt just yet. All right, time for our demo segment. So I know that the core team has been preparing for another sneak peek at the Sim Exchange. As I mentioned, we're continuing to iterate through the UI UX. So I'm going to turn it over to Travis. Travis, again, if you just state your name, pause, state your name, what you're going to demo, and then go ahead.
All right. My name is Travis Mathis. I'm a core developer at Market Protocol. And first, we're going to be demoing some of the work we've been doing in the UI of the exchange to start bringing the blockchain data to life and make it actionable. So first thing we'll look at here is there's been a number of changes. We started bringing in some of the trade history, net position data, order book data. We've added the ability, so the plan is for, I believe, the Sim Exchange to become gamified in some way or some type of trading competition. So we've enabled a flow to request collateral tokens of a sum so that you can begin trading against the order book and taking part in the market protocol. So first we'll do a quick demo of requesting collateral tokens.
Hey, Travis, do you want to share your screen or are you doing an intro?
Yeah, so let me share my screen. That usually helps, huh? I always forget that part. I seem to forget that part of the demo. Great.
You're saying good stuff, which is great.
You should be able to see my screen now.
Yeah.
I thought you all just wanted to look at my smiling face.
And your hat.
Well, I was late because I didn't want you to be the only one wearing a weird hat. So I was going to get my really favorite hat, which is this one.
Oh, man.
But then I realized I couldn't wear the headphones at the same time. So I was very deflated. So that's actually my favorite hat. All right, so let's begin. So we're going to do a demo of the collateral token and make sure I'm on the correct wallet here. That's correct. So we're going to go ahead and confirm the transaction and wait patiently for that transaction to be confirmed.
Wow, the UI looks nice.
And that was that. And so while I select, you'll see I now have 1 million tokens available for trade. And so I can now use those fake USDTs tokens that I've created on any of our contracts that would accept USDT. So any of these here would have available tokens, and you can do that for both Ether and or wrapped Ether, fake wrapped Ether, of course, and USDT. So next I'm going to swap over, and while this one, this update is coming down the pipeline from one of our contributors, Perfect. He had an emergency and was unable to make it, so I'm going to go ahead and demo that for him. Right, and this is going to show even further improvements to the UI around the order book. You'll notice in this demo, because this hasn't been merged into develop yet, the order book hasn't been updated, but the final pieces are coming together. Just restart the D app.
There are the rockets.
rockets. So the order book now looks a lot nicer. Let me go ahead and switch to an account that has some trades. That one should be good. And so if we switch to this contract, you'll see we have made some trades here. We have some net positions. And if we click, we can actually start to see some interface come together around interacting with buy orders, completing a sell order, or actually buying some BTC. And this account doesn't have enough deposited. So, well, let's just do this. Let's do the whole thing. And hope it all works for everybody.
It's like Vegas, man. Put it all in.
Yeah, we're going for it, right? We're going to use the entire interface for the first time, probably. Going through the whole shebang. All right. Just wait for this guy to confirm.
Travis, I noticed you're short Bitcoin for some pretty awful prices over there in that net position window.
Yeah, I think something happened in this.
Some more questionable trading.
I don't actually think, I think that's a bug, honestly. I think that's a bug that's produced in this branch, because those are actually all supposed to be buy orders. You're the one, some of those are actually your short positions.
Oh.
See, when Phil was on a trading desk,
terrible prices. Come on.
When Phil was on trading desk, he tried to say that as well. Oh, that's just a bug.
Okay, so there's the second transaction. Sorry, that was my fault. So for depositing, there's actually two transactions that have to be completed. You have to sign the transaction approving, and then approving the amount to be withdrawn from your wallet, and then actually deposit, make the confirmation transaction. And there's that one. So now we should have available collateral in the contract. And I apologize, it's not on a socket server yet, but you can see we now have some available collateral. And so now we're going to attempt to buy this one BTC here. Uh-oh. Insufficient collateral balance maker. Well, that is a bug. So not sure why we're getting that. Yeah, well, I guess that will conclude our demo, but we do have a bug here, and this is still in development. But yeah, it's coming along. And
try just out of curiosity, putting
Sure.
0.01 in a quantity, something smaller. I'm curious what that contract spec actually is, but yeah, give that a shot.
Nope.
Interesting. Oh, it's the maker, not you. So it's whoever signed.
So it's whoever signed it.
That's Robert's account.
Yeah.
I don't have any money.
Right, you're a credit risk. I wouldn't trade with you either.
So it's working as intended, but we probably want to clean that error up to explain a little better what's going on. That's kind of part of the development process. You get to see it live in action. So that concludes our demos for the day. Thank you.
That's great. I mean, you know, part of this is just to get the UI and some of the experience out in front of folks that are on the call and that tune in later on. So, and as everyone might or might not be aware of, live demos are difficult to do in any form or fashion. So anytime you see somebody do one of those, expect anything. It's not really an issue with them. It's just the way live demos work. So just FYI, everyone out there. Appreciate you taking the time to do that, Travis. That was awesome, and thanks for the whole team for the work they've done this week. It's been a big effort, and it's coming together really nicely. All right. Anything discussion topic wise that we have? Anyone wants to talk about? Any questions anyone might have? Any good jokes you might have heard? Hey, Bass, you know what they say when a lady wears your hat?
Oh.
She wants to kiss you.
I'm not sure I get it.
If a lady puts your hat on and she wears it, that was a superstition from some time ago, along with some etiquette and such. And so it's probably best to check in with that lady individual to make sure that that's actually the case, especially in this day and age.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to keep that in mind. I was waiting for the punchline there, but you're saying
it was very poorly delivered. All right, everybody. So time for our final segment, inspiration or not. I have to, part of this episode of the Engineering Weekly is dedicated to Travis. Travis did some amazing trail building over the weekend. I'm leaving you with some videos. Brandon is just an amazing writer of all sorts. Please check those out. It's just crazy what he's able to do on a bike. And then Dana McCaskill is, from a trials perspective, is just that is an amazing video. There's really nothing set up. He just goes out, piles across a fjord and gets in some mountains and just rips it up. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Hopefully it motivates everybody to get out there and get some exercise today. Maybe ride your bike, maybe go to the gym, maybe just take a short walk. But that's all I had this week. We appreciate everybody for joining us on the call. And that's it. Phil, you have anything you want to add?
No, yeah, just appreciate everyone joining us and the demos also, even just going through it. I mean, the UI is looking great, so I'm really excited about the simulated exchange. So thanks for everyone's hard work.
All right, everybody. Thanks again, and happy deving. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.